Pastor Julian here with Central's devotion for today. I hope you're doing well. So we are on the precipice of Advent. It is coming this Sunday. We have already had a Thanksgiving, and then what comes after Thanksgiving? Black Friday. Black Friday, and what comes after Black Friday? Cyber Monday. I'm sure many of you have bought all kinds of gifts at a discount getting ready for the Christmas holiday. We like to invest money into the people that we love, buying lavish gifts sometimes to show people how much we love them. It's natural. It's a natural part of our makeup that we like to give and invest in those people that we love and those things that we love. And that is highlighted in our scripture for today, which comes from 1 Chronicles chapter 29, verses 6 to 9. Now, to give you a little bit of background here, this is moving towards the end of King David's reign on the throne. And King Solomon is designated as David's successor to take over the throne of Israel. David, one of the most important things that he knows that needs to be done is that a temple be built for the Lord. He wants to build a temple for the Lord, but he knows that this is an extremely important project that's going to take time. And King David isn't even alive when the temple is finally built. And he knows that his son Solomon is the one who's going to end up building the temple. But the temple being built is beginning when David is reigning and he's alive. He sees the work for the temple that needs to be done because there's so much involved, and he works on getting all the supplies for this temple. It's a big job. And so here we find King David, during his rule, something that happened is he sent out to try and get these supplies and gifts ready for the building of the temple, for when Solomon would build it. And here we have verses 6 to 9, chapter 1 Chronicles 29, verses 6 to 9. Then the leaders of the fathers' houses made their freewill offerings, as did also the leaders of the tribes, the commanders of thousands and of hundreds, and the officers over the king's work. They gave for the service of the house of God 5,000 talents and 10,000 derricks of gold, 10,000 talents of silver, 18,000 talents of bronze, and 100,000 talents of iron. And whoever had precious stones gave them to the treasury of the house of the Lord, in the care of Jehiel the Jeraschite. Then the people rejoiced because they had given willingly, for with a whole heart they had offered freely to the Lord. David the king also rejoiced greatly. So we see people bringing their free will offerings for the temple, which has not yet been built. And it's a far ways off from actually being built, but they're bringing their gifts to contribute to the building of the temple. And they're not just bringing them out of obligation. They're bringing these gifts because they love God and they love Israel and they want a temple for God. And so here they are bringing their most precious metals, their gems, their stones. And once they have brought them and donated them, what's their reaction? They rejoice. They rejoice after they've given their treasures over to have the temple built. They rejoiced because they had given willingly. Their treasures are going to go to build the temple of the Lord, who they love and adore. And King David also rejoiced with them. It's just so important to remember. We have a building project going on at our church right now, and I find that this kind of fits in. Some of these people, including King David, they weren't alive once the temple was finished. They didn't get to enjoy the temple, but they rejoiced in their contribution to the temple, knowing that it was making progress and that it was going to be built. And that's the same way with some of the people who've given to our building project. They love the Lord and they love our church and they've made these great contributions. But also look at it like how you give, period, to charities, to church, to tithes. Do you give out of obligation or do you give freely? And after you give, do you rejoice? Do you thank the Lord like, yes, thank you that I had this, that I could contribute and make a difference? God has blessed us in so many ways, especially here in the United States. And it is just an absolute honor to be able to give back to Him a gift and to show how much we love Him, just as we do our loved ones over the holidays, Christmas and New Year, gifts that are given out. It is just an absolute pleasure to give to those that we love. It should be a pleasure for all of us to give to God. God bless you and have a great day.